Is it progression if cannibals use a fork? 'Tis the ultimate question, but I don't think we're here to discuss life's possibilities. Or are we? No, I'm pretty sure we're just here to be fucked up people. That's why I'm here anyway. Okay, so this story is not about my black dad, as much as I would like it to be. This story is about my real dad, who is rednecky country, but also metal? Okay, so clearly I'm a blonde. I don't know, well, it's kind of wet, but I'm a blonde. My mother was blonde. And, I'm really pale. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but I'm blonde and pale. And I met my dad when I was 12 years old. I don't know why I just met him when I was 12 years old, but let me just take you back to 12-year-old me. Okay? I was a cheerleader. I've been a cheerleader for a long time. So I was typical cheerleader. I grew up with my mom. I was really bitchy. I did think that I was better than a lot of people, and I don't know why. I'm sorry for past me. I was athletic. I was really toned and muscular for a 12-year-old. I was just listening to pop music and so awesome, and life was so good, and I was just afraid of anybody with piercings or tattoos, which is ironic because now I have my belly button pierced, I have hip dermals, and I have 2 tattoos. So, I don't know. My dad influenced me. Anyway, when I first met my dad, I was 12 years old. Typical, cheerleader, yeah. And, my dad had jet black hair. At one point, not knowing him, but at one point I saw pictures, it was blood red. And it was a mohawk, and he was completely covered in tattoos. Okay? And my mom sent me up there for a week for spring break, and I didn't know this man. I didn't know who he was. He could have been an axe murderer. Okay? Yes, he's my dad, but I didn't know him. I didn't grow up with him. He could have sliced me for all I know. I was terrified. I was judging a book by its cover for one, hardcore, you look scary. I don't know you, you're scary as shit. I'm terrified. So, my dad picks me up from the airport and everything like that, and it's super awkward sitting in his car, and of course we're listening to, metal, and I'm this guy's gonna kill me because murderers listen to this shit. Which now I know they don't because I listen to it and I love it. Dad, you're great. But, it was the most terrifying thing. Dear God, you let 12-year-old me out into the wilderness not knowing who I'm with, and he looks scary, what is this? And we get to his house, and it's just me and him, my stepmom, whom I love to death. She's a wonderful woman. My stepmom is at work, and she's not there, and I'm well, damn. And my dad asked me what I wanted to do, and let me just tell you that his suggestion was absolutely horrible, because still to this day that I hate doing it. I won't do it. I just won't. I hate it so much. But he's let's go fishing. And I was I don't really like fish or fishing or anything to do with anything with scales and gills. And I guess he didn't hear me because I talk really low when I'm scared, for my life. And he's okay, and he gets this rowboat, and I help him load it onto a car, and we go to this giant ass lake in Virginia. I'm thousands of miles from home. I live in Florida. He lives in Virginia. I'm and yeah, so we get in this boat, and I'm this guy can completely murder me, leave me to die. Damn. And we ended up going to this house that I don't know in on this lake that I actually did know because I had grandparents who lived far from it, so jumping out of the boat and swimming for my safety would probably not be a thing, because they probably would have caught me. I don't know what was going on. I was scared. And we get into this boat, and we're fishing, and we're talking, like, small talk kind of stuff. Needless to say, I was there for a week, and I, like, didn't eat anything, because I was afraid for my life. Stereotypical. Stereotypical judgment me. This right here is my dad and his grandmother. Can we just talk about how really judgmental, scary, friggin' 12-year-old me would, like, come on. You were judgmental, would you want to? Granted, I love my dad very much. But come on.